Hey VC Jack here, welcome to Vinyl Martini. As promised in my last video, I am going to show you the records I got at the South Vancouver Island Record Fair last weekend. Hold that around 3 times a year. Went with my buddy Reg. Another crate dig, I got a pile of records. He got a pile of records. Very successful day, very happy with what I got. And super cheap. I got a bunch of $2 records and $5 records. And the most I spent on a record was 10 bucks, which is pretty reasonable these days, I think. So let's get on with it and I'll show you what I got. First of all, not an album, but a CD. This is Tom Waits and his album Orphans, and it's subtitled Brawlers, Ballers, and Bastards. These are a bunch of things that never made it to albums. Some three CD set. I don't normally buy CDs. I buy box sets, but I will look out for box sets because I hate jewel cases. This is not on a jewel case. Got a nice little booklet with it. And basically, like I said, they are records, or songs that never made it to albums. They're the songs that just were remaindered, I guess. But he went back and re-recorded some of them, and I'm a big Tom Waits fan. This cost me 10 bucks for a 3 CD set. I thought it was well worth the value, and yeah, I'm a big Tom Waits fan. Can't wait to listen to this. I'm going to listen to it in the car, but not when my wife's around, because I don't think she appreciates Tom Waits for some reason. Anyways, a couple of $2 records I got. First up, Poco. I've been collecting Poco for a couple of years now. I always used to think they were a second-rate band, but I've changed my mind. This has got one of their, I think their original lineup, and we've got Jim Messina, Rusty Young, Timothy B. Schmidt, George Graham, and sorry, it's really it's a black record with a dark blue, and Richard Foray on here. So I think this is about a 1970 release or 1969 release. It's on the Yellow Epic label, so I'm just guessing because they don't have a date on this record. All these records, I just cleaned them today, and they are in excellent condition. So $2 for that. I couldn't resist that Poco album. Next up, for a little bit of fun, I was just thinking about Gwen McCrae, who just passed away last week, or maybe 7 or 8 days ago. She used to sing with her husband, George McCrae. This is George on it by himself, and of course it's got the big hit Rock Your Baby on here. And I think all the songs were written by H.W. Casey, and I think H.W. Casey is actually KC of Casey and the Sunshine Band, recorded in Miami. It's in excellent condition. Every time you find these kind of disco records, they're usually pretty beat up because they're party records, but this one is in mint condition for $2. I couldn't resist. How bad can it be? That's a great song, and even if the rest is garbage, he does 2 versions of that. He opens the album with that and closes the album with that as well. Next up, found another JoJo Gunn record. I bought a JoJo Gunn record up in Nanaimo last week. I found this one. This is a 1974 release, I believe. It's pretty dark in here. I can't read this small writing. Anyways, it's called So Where's the Show? Nicely embossed record. I think this is their second album on Asylum. Steve from A is for Alice, B is for Bob, etc., recommends this, and looking forward to giving this a spin. Guys from Spirit. I was really super stoked to find this double album. That record, the records I'm going to show you are the $5 records. So the Greg Allman Tour album he released after he released his first solo record, Laid Back. They say there's a 24-piece orchestra on here, which isn't really true. There are 2 sets of musicians, 12 each, and he is backed by members of Cowboy on this record, part of the record. Cowboy was a Capricorn label mate, and apparently it was Duane Allman's favorite band on Capricorn Records. So Really happy to find this. I loved Greg Allman. He's got such a great voice. He's an underrated guitar player. Plays a lot of course he plays organ on here, sings. Taking a break from the Allman Brothers when he did this. So Greg Allman, the Greg Allman Tour. Fantastic, fantastic find there. Next up, $5 again. Stanley Clarke. Journey to Love, of course, Stanley Clarke, fantastic bass player, jazz fusion albums. This is produced by Stanley Clarke and Ken Scott. Jeff Beck's on here. Again, it's really dark in here tonight for some reason. David Sanchez is on here. Steve Gadd's on here. Always, when Stanley Clarke puts out the word that he needs some guys to help him out for his album, that's a no-brainer. So Stanley Clarke, it's Journey to Love from 1975. This is I was so happy to find this. Filling a big hole in my Strawbs collection. It's one of the few 70s records of the Strawbs that I don't have. I think it is the only record I don't have. I might be missing their first record. But this is Ghosts from 1974. I saw them on this tour. They were just fantastic. Strawbs is a prog band, folky prog band. David Cousins, Dave Lambert, John Hawken, Chaz Kronk, and Rod Coombs on here. Fantastic prog album. If you don't have this and you're a prog fan, you need to keep your eyes peeled for it. So happy to find it for $5 in excellent, excellent condition. Picked up a Bruce Cockburn record. A little bit of Canadiana, and this is entitled Mummy Dust, and it's actually a comp. Brian Embryotic Robot might have a copy of this, but it's got 4 unreleased tracks on here, previously unreleased tracks on here, so I was interested in getting that. But there's some great songs on here. All the Diamonds in the World, The Coldest Night of the Year, Silver Wheels is on here. It's Going Down Slow from previous albums. Bruce Cockburn, $5 in great condition, and I've never seen this before out in the wild, so very happy to have this. It was released in Make a Liar Out of Me. I'll find the date if you're just patient here. It's on True North Records, and it is I'm going to say it was released in 1981. Bruce Cockburn, what a fantastic acoustic guitar player, and he plays a mean electric guitar as well. I saw him in concert in about 1992 at the Orpheum in Vancouver. What a show he put on. He had great group of musicians backing up. I've mentioned that I am trying to fill in my post-punk 80s UK albums. This is a comp, and it is called Artists for Animals. And it has got Style Council on here, Ann Clark and Patrick Fitzgerald. I'm not familiar with them. It's got Kevin Hewitt on there, Ralph Steadman, Robert Wyatt's on here, Madness is on here, and Darude Column is on here. So bunch of 80s musicians, I guess. This is a unique cover here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a drawing by Ralph Steadman. And it's a benefit album. All the profits will go to the Animal Liberation Front. And there's a bunch of writing on the back here, but about the organization. And under it, there's a heading here. It says, how you can help. By becoming an activist and taking part in ALF raids on establishments which indulge in cruelty to animals, do not tell us that you want to become an activist unless you are prepared to accept the risks involved. Taking part in ALF actions can result in sentences of imprisonment if you were caught, and many ALF activists have been imprisoned in the past. So what a ringing endorsement that is. Anyways, looking forward to giving that a spin. Very unusual record. I bought a collection about maybe a year and a half ago, and a Blasters album was included in that. This is a Blasters album from 1983, and they're a power poop group. Power poop group. No, they're a power pop group. Beautiful copy. It's called Nonfiction. I enjoyed that first Blasters album that I got, so this was a no-brainer as well. It's got the shrink on it. Now it doesn't. Very, very clean copy of that. $5, so happy to grab that. In that same batch of, in the same collection that I bought, there was an Iron City Rockers album, and I forget the title, but this is Have a Good Time, but Get Out Alive. Cleveland band, the Iron City Rockers. They are a straight-ahead rock outfit from Cleveland, and the first record that I heard was so good. I am going to start picking up anything I see of them. Promo copy for $5, so really happy to get this. $10 records now. 1988 album from Simple Minds. I don't think I've ever seen this out in the wild, and it is called, you need Orange on Red. It's called Street Fighting Years. Gatefold. It was a Canadian press from 1988, 1989. I know that the earlier Simple Minds is good. I don't know what this one's going to be like, but I think it's going to be just fine. So, Simple Minds, Street Fighting Years. Found a Tangerine Dream album for $10. This is, it's called Tangram. And it is a British press. No, it's a Canadian press on Polygram. Boring old, on the boring old Virgin label. Why did they change their label logo from the Roger Dean one that they had on Tubular Bells? I'll never understand that. Just goes to show you what Richard Branson, he's not a marketer. Of course, he is a big marketer, but I think he missed the mark on that branding opportunity. But Tangerine Dream, of course, German band, ambient prog, fantastic stuff. Grab Tangerine Dream albums whenever I find them affordably priced. So Tangerine Dream, Trangram, very, very cool to find that. Oh, I was so happy to get this one as well. I'm a big Pentangle fan, and this is a lovely copy of Solomon's Seal. It's a 1972 release on Reprise. Of course, the lineup is Bert Jansch, John Renbourn, Danny Thompson, Terry Cox, and the lovely Jack Miche on vocals. Great copy. It's a nice flat finish on this record. Looking forward to giving this a spin. Pentangle, such a great traditional English folk band, I say. Next up, another Simple Minds record, and the title is a little bit easier to read. It is Life in a Day. It is a 1982 release on Virgin Records. Still has the original inner sleeve in it. Lovely copy. Very good shape. Simple Minds. And I'm building up my Simple Minds collection, obviously. Next up, we're getting to the end, folks, so just hold on to your hats there. Osibisa, or how do I say it? I say Osibisa. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is an African funk outfit that worked out of London. This is their third studio release. I don't have their first two records because I can't find nice copies of them, but the first two records are amazing. Like I said, African psychedelia, funk, soul, fantastic. They they're from Ghana. They sing in Ghanaian, I think, but don't let that throw you. They're fantastic. Gatefold, funny cover. Of course, I've got the elephant on there. That's their brand, Osibisa. And finally, two more left. I saw this in Nanaimo for about $15 last week, and I didn't pick it up because the record just wasn't in good enough condition, but I found a very, very clean copy of another Byrds record. This is farther along. Roger McGuinn, Gene Parsons, Skip Batten, and Clarence White on guitar. I love the Byrds. I've been on this Byrds mission, like I said last week, for about 3 years, always looking to pick up more Byrds records, and I was really happy to find this one. And this one is from You're gonna make me look it up, aren't you? No date. No date. But I am guessing and saying, I'm going to say 1974 or 1973. It's got the nice bag from Columbia advertising their quadraphonic releases. This is not quadraphonic, it's stereo. But this is going to be fab. And last but not least, another Byrds record. And I got a deal on this one. It had a $20 price tag on it. It had a little bit of a kind of almost like a rust mark on the vinyl. So I asked him if he'd give me a deal. He had it marked up at $20, and he said he'd give it to me for 10. It's still in the cellophane, it's still in the shrink. I'm gonna leave the shrink on because it's got this nice little sticker here. It's called "Records Are Your Best Entertainment Value." And ain't that the truth? But this is Dr. Byrds and Mr. Hyde. There is no date on this release. It's a 2i Columbia. It's an original Canadian press. And, well, it's a US press. I lie. I think their 5th release, don't even have any of the members listed on the back cover. So, but I know it's going to be fantastic. I still don't have the first 2 Byrds albums, and I am going to be on the lookout for those. And one day, if I'm patient, I know I'll find them for a decent price and good condition. So that's all I got for you. But I do have something that I just want to run past you guys. I've been having a problem with comments. Not comments that I get on my videos. They come through my phone. But in the past, when I have commented on somebody else's video and they reply to my comment, it used to come up in my emails. And my phone is it's an iPhone 10, so it's not up to date. But I think it was just updated about 2 weeks ago, and ever since it was updated, I have not got any replies to any of the comments I've made. Now, at first I said, oh well, people are busy; they're not, haven't had the time to reply. But I went back into, say, one of JT's videos that I made a comment on, and I checked in the comments, and he has replied to me, but I didn't get a notification of it. So has that happened to anybody else? And if it has, do you know how to go in the phone and fix it? Or is it just a YouTube glitch, or what's happening? Anyways, things to ponder about. If you have an answer, send me a comment. Let me know how to fix it. If you like this video, add a comment. If you don't like this video, add a comment. Give me a like, give me a dislike. If you haven't subbed my channel, I'd really appreciate a new sub or 2. I am going to go upstairs and start a fire. I'm going to upload this video, shake myself up a martini, and just chill out listening to some music. So thanks for watching, taking the time. I'm coming in under 20 minutes. I thought this was going to be a long one, but that's long enough. So till next time, cheers, guys.